My name is Kapungonchito, and welcome to the Enlightened Citizen. We would just like to thank you for your support and for your comments, and we just want to assure you that your comments are welcome and that we are taking them into consideration, and that every day we are improving so that the videos can be of a good quality. Now, what am I talking about today? Today I'm talking about, I think, a topic that is very important not only in Zambia but in Africa as a whole. This topic is about the marriage of convenience between the political leaders and the religious leaders. As you know, the Enlightened Citizen is not about political persuasion, organized religion, or religious dogma. The Enlightened Citizen is about having an open mind. Now, what am I saying? What is the topic about? I think one of the biggest problems, as I've said, in Africa right now, and in Zambia in particular, is this marriage of convenience between the political leaders and the religious leaders. Now, to be fair to the religious leaders, I will group them into three. The first group of religious leaders is in the minority, and these are the ones who speak out. I'll not be specific because I have not gotten permission from anyone to mention them, but there are some religious leaders, I think, right now. If you're honest and you think back, who are actually speaking, but those are few. And unfortunately, those are being attacked by the political leaders, and the Zambian citizen is quiet. But these religious leaders are actually speaking for them, but the Zambian citizen is quiet. They don't support, they just keep quiet. Then the second group is there are those who now even have no shame. These are openly in bed with political leaders. They invite politicians to their churches. Politicians go to their churches with envelopes of cash, donate money. We're donating a bus, we're donating a building, and these religious leaders have got no shame receiving these illicit funds from these politicians. Instead of questioning and saying, where are you getting this money from? Is politics a business? Why are you giving us this kind of money? They actually, I think, look forward to those donations, and they support those donations and the politicians who give them those donations. And I think they even encourage their flock to vote for those politicians. Now, at least these are honest, because we know who they are and they don't hide, and the politicians actually, they go into their churches and you can see that there's a relationship here. And every week you see, this politician was in this church and he was donating, and this goes on. I don't agree with that. And I think that any sensible Zambian should not agree with that. I think politicians should stop abusing religion like that. But really, I think there's a cliche that politics is about numbers. So the politician will do whatever he can to garner the support that he needs and to get the vote. So he will go to a church, wherever he thinks he can get the vote. The problem is the religious leader. What is it? What example are they teaching? That's the second one. The third group, I think, is the worst one. This is a group that is quiet. And they say, no, us, we don't talk about politics. And, I don't know, they seem to be minding their own business. But in their quietness, they are actually acquiescing what is going on. They are actually encouraging the politician to do whatever they are doing. So in their quietness, actually, they're even worse than the second group. Because in their quietness, it means that they are allowing the problems that we are facing. Now, why do I feel that religion has contributed? First, let me make a statement. I think that religion has really contributed to the problems that we're facing as a country. Now, why do I say that? Zambia has been declared as a Christian nation. I don't know what that means. I don't agree with that. I think there's a video where I said that maybe Christian is a name, like maybe Christian Mulek or Christian Banda, but I don't think that the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation has got anything to do with the religion of Christianity. Because I don't think that Zambia, if you look at it, let me just, I think, give a practical example. If you're an alien, maybe you've just landed from Mars, and then you're brought into Zambia, and then you're told that no, this is a Christian nation. You find there's rampant corruption. You find that the country is debt distressed on the verge of bankruptcy. You find that civil servants whose loans are deducted are not paid to the banks or to the microfinance who have lent them money, and they've been blacklisted, not because they're not paying back the loan, but because the government, even if it deducts those loans, it keeps the money. Where it takes the money, no one knows. You find that in this country there are inflated infrastructure projects. You find that a project that can normally cost maybe $1,000, here it is costing maybe $10,000, and it's okay. You find that the youth are going to school, but they can't get jobs. You find that women, for them to get a job, they are sexually abused. Just maybe all the kinds of problems that you find in Zambia. And then you're told, no, this is a Christian nation. And then you go to Japan. I don't really know if there's a religion there or what they believe, but you find that this is a society where people are honest. When someone tells you something, that's what it means. And one of the common themes that if you ask people who've been to Japan, one of the common things that you hear is that the Japanese are honest and that you feel safe when you're there. You can walk at night, you can sleep even with your door open, no one will come and steal from you. So then you're asked, so where would you like to live? Would you like to live in this Christian nation or in this other nation? The choice is really yours, and I just encourage you to be honest with yourself. And I think for me, obviously, I would choose to live in Japan. So this Christian nation, I don't know what it is about. But like I said, I don't think it's about the Christian religion, because I don't think that is what is happening in Zambia is what Christianity teaches. Now, I think I have mentioned also that Zambians ordinarily, the Zambian, if I am asked to define or to describe where Zambian is, half the time a Zambian is a very dishonest person. And one of the best examples that I can give is just find these people who do these basic jobs that we need in our homes. Maybe you need a plumber, maybe you need a carpenter. Those are people that you encounter every day, the people that you find in the shops. You find a carpenter, you agree that he does some work for you, you pay him in advance. If you are going to see that carpenter come back to do the work and actually finish, then you're very lucky. Because half the time, he will disappear with your money. He won't be answering your phone. Maybe you might end up maybe going to the police and having all these kinds of problems. Now, these are people who, maybe the carpenter, maybe even you find that he sings in a choir, maybe he's some deacon at some church. Now, these kinds of people that I am talking about, these are people who go to church every Sunday. They are in churches every Sunday. What is it that our religious leaders in churches are teaching our people? Even the politicians, the ones who are stealing public funds, the ones who are inflating these public projects, these infrastructure projects, the so-called cadre who has no respect for anyone, who has no regard for anyone, who feels like whenever you speak out, they must insult you or follow you and beat you. These people, I think when you find them on Sunday, they are sitting at some church or in some church. What is it that these religious leaders are teaching these people in these churches? And what is this? Zambia is a Christian nation. What does it define? What does it mean? What is the end game? What is it that Zambia is going to? How is Zambia going to improve? What is the benefit? So what I am saying is that we should stop this empty rhetoric and improve as a people. I think there's a common theme that makes us all human beings. There's a common theme that defines us as human beings. If I go to Mexico right now, if I go to Cambodia, if I go to the Philippines, I think there's some humanity that I will look at. I will not look at the religion there, but I think there's a common theme that makes us human. I think that is what must be more important. Let's just be human first. And then these religious things second. Let us be honest. Let us just be honest people. Let us be honest citizens. And that's why, as the enlightened citizen, what we are saying is that we are against religious dogma. We need just, to have normal, honest human beings. And in Zambia, I think one of the things that we need to work on as a people is to become honest. I think ordinarily you may say what you want. I've lived in Zambia all my life. Zambians are dishonest. For you to agree with a Zambian on something, you really have to protect yourself. Even these people who you find they've come to you, they come with some kind of problem, and they want to borrow money. And if you are good enough, you lend them that money. Just know that you'll never get your money back. We've been hearing about these groups, about these ladies. I think it's a good idea. They are calling it, I think, a village bank. You find there's a pastor's wife who runs that group, and then the pastor's wife, she absconds with the money. Now, what am I saying? I think that we need to work on our values as a people. What makes us human? Aside from these religious things that we think are important that are not helping us, we need to just become honest as human beings. We need to improve. Your yes must be yes, your no must be no. When you're given a task, when you're given a job, we need to do the best that we can. Not the way we are living in Zambia right now, that everything is motivated by self-interest, everything is motivated by selfish interest, and everything is motivated by corruption. And yet, there is a claim that this is a Christian nation. So once again, my name is Kapumechito. We encourage you to join us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And we also encourage you to like, share, and tag anyone that you feel can benefit to this information and can contribute to the enlightened citizen. Once again, thank you very much for joining us. Until next time.